So when you arrive in Belfast, if you're coming by bus or train, you most likely will have just got off at the Europa bus station. So this is where you will be landing when you're ready to do your things in Belfast. Just across the road and just behind me here is the Crown Bar. It's actually one of Belfast's oldest bars, so if you fancy a little Guinness or a wee drink to warm you up, you might want to pop in there. And then just here on my other side is the Grand Opera House. I would advise, if you're fancying doing something in the Grand Opera House, do definitely book ahead, but there's loads of shows on there, and even we get the Broadway shows coming over. So if you're looking for something to do in the evening, that's definitely a place to check out and see what's happening. So let's check out what else to do. So a must on your list of things to do in Belfast is a visit to the City Hall, which is just behind me here. The City Hall was built in the very late 1800s and it's been standing there since. Such a really interesting building. The great thing about it is they actually do tours every morning. I think it's around 10 o'clock and they're free. They take you around all of the rooms inside the actual City Hall. You can see where the mayor sits, see the mayor's robes. It's really interesting tour, and they've also just added a new exhibition as well that goes through the history of Belfast and key events of Belfast, which is really interesting and actually fun if you've got kids as well. It's quite interactive. So definitely put it on your list if you want to do something a wee bit more cultural or find out a little bit about the history of Belfast. One of my favourite things to do in Belfast is shopping, and at the minute I'm standing in Royal Avenue, which would be one of the main shopping streets in Belfast. So if you're looking to go clothes shopping, jewellery shopping, food shopping, this is probably the place to go. Each side is dotted with loads of different high street shops and actually local shops and boutique brands as well. And there's also loads of nice coffee shops and even some restaurants if you want to stop and have a little break from your shopping spree. But definitely if you are looking to experience a bit of shopping in Belfast, you do need to head down to Royal Avenue. So if you're looking to go shopping, another really good place is Victoria Square, which is just behind me. It's one of the newer shopping centres in Belfast, but it's got over 70 shops and it's got the likes of House of Fraser in there. The top floor is all restaurants, mixture of fast food and actually restaurants. It also has a big multi-storey car park, so it is actually a really good place if you want to do some shopping and actually spend the day there without even having to leave, to be honest. So definitely check it out. And one of the places you might want to come to is Castle Court, which is just behind me. It's a massive big shopping centre, probably one of the original shopping centres of Belfast. And it is full of loads of high street shops. There are loads of shops around Belfast. You've got the more boutique style shops, local shops, but you've also got the high street. And if you're looking for high street, probably Castle Court is the place to come. It's also got a really good eating area upstairs with loads of fast food restaurants. So if you're shopping and you want to get something to eat or a quick snack, it's also perfect as well. Just in terms of parking as well, it does have a big multi-storey car park, so if you're driving into Belfast, it's the perfect option for you. You can leave your car here, do a bit of shopping, drop your shopping back to the car and just really enjoy it. So another thing you might want to do in Belfast is to have a night out. I'm standing in really the heart of the Cathedral Quarter at the minute, and that's the up and coming place to be. It's full of bars, it's full of restaurants, and there are a good few hotels here as well. I'm just standing outside the Merchant, which is just behind me, which is one of the very few 5-star hotels in Belfast. But if you're looking for something like an afternoon tea or some specialty cocktails, it's really nice in there. So really, if you're looking for a night out, this is the place to be. As I say, there's loads of bars and restaurants. At St Anne's Cathedral's also here, so if you want to pop in there and have a wee tour, it's really nice and really old and just really something to look at. Just ahead of me here, if you just go straight across the road, that will take you by the Albert Clock, which is a really old monument. But if you go straight across the River Lagan, that will actually take you to the Titanic Quarter. So if you're fancying a wee day out, a bit of sightseeing at the Titanic, just go straight across there, and it's within walking distance, which is the beauty of Belfast. Everything really is within walking distance. So if you're looking for things to do in Belfast, one thing you might want to do is book a performance or a ticket to see a show in the Ulster Hall. The Ulster Hall just behind me here, they would host a lot of musical events, like classical musical events with the Ulster Orchestra and things like that. So it's definitely worth checking out before you come to Belfast to see what's on, and maybe book something in for a nice evening performance or a matinee, just to break up that day and do something a wee bit cultural as well. So if you want to find out more things that you can do in Belfast, or you're here a little bit longer, Visit Belfast is a really good place to visit. Basically it's the main tourist information centre in Belfast, and if you go in there, there are a massive amount of leaflets, booklets. The staff are really helpful, and they also have interactive touchscreen cameras or touchscreen computers and things that you can actually go and research. They also cover lots of other areas in Northern Ireland, so it's just a really good place to go if you want to get some information or you're looking for something really specific to do. So definitely stop off and check it out, and maybe even get some ideas for the next time you're in Belfast.